How's it going, everybody? This is the Game Hunter channel. I'm your host, Kazuya. Today we're gonna proceed with another episode of epic RTS games. And yeah, I know that this game hasn't been released yet, but it's actually the second part of one of my all-time RTS favorite games, which is Company of Heroes. I was thinking to do a video of the original Company of Heroes. There's actually no point because the Company of Heroes 2 is coming up in a few more weeks, and it's already in open beta. So I said, you know what, let me just make a video of this, show a little bit about the game, and let's get into one game. Okay. Basically, differences between this and the previous game is just there's a lot of customization. Let's go real quick to army customization. Now that you can choose your different commanders, every commander has some special abilities. Let me see if we can go there. You see, for example, this one. One is every faction, the Soviet and the German, they come with 3 army commanders. Army commanders are gonna be unlocked depending on the XP that you gain during the fight. During the game. And during the course of the game, actually, you're gonna be able to get extra point, or the XP point, let's call it that. Okay. Once that you reach some amount of point, you're gonna be able to deploy different perks or units or stuff like that, depending on the commander you choose. Okay. Right now I'm using this one, which is the Chuck Rifle Frontline Tactics, and the reason is because I really love the IS-2 heavy tank. It's probably one of my favorites all time, and also the shock troopers are very strong infantry units. So as you can see in the left side, the right side of the screen, we have all the different abilities or perks that this commander is going to give you. Okay, so with 1 level XP, you're going to be able to deploy some shock troops. That doesn't mean that you need just the XP, 1 XP to deploy it. There's going to be another requirement, probably some ammunition, manpower. Remember, there is 3 basic resources in this game: manpower, fuel, and ammunition. Depending on the unit that you're trying to actually create, or the upgrades that you're trying to obtain to one of your units, you're gonna require some certain amount of manpower, ammunition, or fuel, or probably a combination of those. Okay, so by level 2, now your anti-tank gun can you can put some kind of camouflage on it, which is pretty cool. You can create a very nice ambush and get rid of the enemy's armor units. Very useful. Another unit that I like a lot is the flamethrower tank, which you get when you get 4 points XP. The heavy tank requires 5, and number 4 requires an artillery, and all the different commander has some different abilities. If you go to the German side, the commanders are completely different too. All depend of your game style and your your game style, basically. Okay, so let's go back to the Soviets. And about in here, you can get like an extra perks. Let's say that these are some kind of achievements that you can unlock. Depending if you reach some conditions, you're gonna be able to unlock this intelligence bulletin, and you can use those in your game. Okay. For example, in this one, the second one that I got selected, is called Hurrah. It's gonna give me a conscript. The conscript can have 5% increase in damage, but in order to unlock that, I need to use the Hurrah 100 times during the game. The Hurrah is one of the special abilities of the conscript, the Russian conscript. They actually motivate the rest of the squad when they go to combat. You see, there's a lot of numbers and percentage. That's how far I am actually to accomplish those. But this is the first one that I have, which is the recruit training infantry, and it give me 2% increase the accuracy of my units. Okay, so well, like I said, on the left side here, you're gonna see all the different categories, and for anti-tank, artillery, light vehicles, heavy tanks, assault tanks, they all have some special stuff. For example, this one I unlocked the recruit training for the tank, and the In this case, my T-34s and 76 and Panzers. Actually, I'm gonna have that 2% bonus in the accuracy. Okay, so it's very interesting. You can play around a lot in this one. That's one of the cool thing about this second part of the game. I mean, the second part of the Company of Heroes. They decide to do a lot of customization. Actually, you can even unlock some special skins that you can use depending of the maps. For example, in this one I have unlocked the winter skin, which allow me all my light vehicle to use a very special skin when I play in maps with snow. That's another very cool and interesting thing to talk about. But let's get into one game, so then it's gonna be more easy actually to. Let me see if I can actually lower the volume a little bit. I don't know if actually probably it's a little bit too high, too low. Let me see. Whatever. Okay, so let's get into one skirmish game. Let's go for a 2-on-2 against a computer, so it's gonna be like a fun to watch. Yeah, we're gonna go with my Soviets and try to get used to one faction first before moving to the next one. So far oh wow, this map is gonna be during the winter. Well, that's a cool addition. This game, the weather actually have some very important factors in this part. Let me start right away getting some infantry soldiers. So probably you guys are already familiar with the Company of Heroes, but like I say, it's not the massive amount of units, it's how you use them, how you can actually find cover for your units and everything. So you're not gonna see some massive fights of 1,000 circlings or stuff like that. That's not gonna happen. Where's my conscript? Where are these guys? Let me see. It's very easy to find them when you double clicking here. Okay, here you go. Alright, let's go for the middle. Let me see if I can get something going on in the middle. I always like to start with one of my engineers to one of the capture points so I can start receiving manpower. Those are the circles in the screen. Actually, those are manpower, and in here in the screen you're gonna be able to see the manpower, ammunition, and fuel. Okay, that is the maximum cap also for population cap. Let me start collecting more manpower so I can create more units. The beginning has to be very strategic in order to take advantage. In this game, you see there is 3 stars in the middle of the map. The idea is to take control of those. The captures. Both teams had 500 points, and the first one to reach 0 is actually going to lose the game. So one of the key parts in this Company of Heroes games is that you need to actually go for the fuel, try to control the fuel. That way you're going to be able to get armor units faster than your enemy. That's why it's so important. I don't know if you notice a little fancy fire pits. Actually, this is not just decoration in Company of Heroes 2. That actually allowed your troops to stay warm during the winter maps, which is awesome. I have to say, it's unbelievable. That's a beautiful. Okay, let me see if I can see. If you take cover, see when I get it green, that means that my units are under cover, so I'm more able to do damage to the enemy and not receive so much damage back. And let me use the hurrah, which is the battle cry that's gonna allow my troops to get like a more motivated and everything. And I should be able to get those engineers, not kill them, but at least move them back. Well, yeah, it looks like they're going back. So let me see if I can capture that victory point, because they're very important. Oh, okay, let me see. No. Oh, engineers are coming. Let me see if I can. Yeah, that's one of the very hold on, let me see if I can capture this first. Yeah, I'm capturing. Okay, now let me start building something because we are running a little low. Usually I used to get some mortars or some minigun guys. The more troops you get at the beginning is the better. That way you're gonna be able to control the map faster. The enemy. I gotta tell you, this game is not easy at all. Okay. I tried playing it. Let me see if I can get some cover in there. See, my units actually have problem when they move in heavy snow, so that's actually very interesting addition. How the weather and the maps and everything actually play a really interesting. Okay, here we go. Come on, guys. How important is the fact? You see that little mark, like a thermometer right there? That means that those units are freezing. If they don't get close to a fire pit like this one, very